All right, get ready to dive deep, everyone. We're breaking down match 5 of the WPL RCBW versus MIW at Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru.
That's always a cracker when these two teams meet.
Oh, yeah, always a good one. And we've got all sorts of stuff to analyze. Play-by-play commentary, expert analysis, even some post-match interviews. Should be a good one.
And there's already something really interesting right off the bat. MIW won the toss,
Yeah.
and they chose to field first.
You wouldn't believe it. They chose to field. What was up with that? Chasing seems like it would add so much extra pressure, especially in a big match like this.
See, that's where the deep dive comes in. MIW, they were just going off of vibes or something. They did their homework. The pitch report said that it would be good for the bowlers early on. And on top of that, RCBW's batting, well, they've been showing some weakness against spin lately.
Yeah, so MIW is thinking ahead, huh?
Exactly. They were playing the long game. It wasn't an emotional decision. This seems to be a pattern for them, actually. Both teams went with the same lineup as their last matches.
So they're confident in their players and their strategies, high stakes or not. But let's get into the action. Manhana opened for RCBW,
Right.
and she came out swinging, 26 runs off just 13 balls.
She was on fire right away. Just aggressive batting. I think she was really targeting those short boundaries at Chinnaswamy, using her power, to clear the field.
Yeah.
It was almost like she was sending a message.
Like, RCBW's here to win.
Something like that, yeah.
But MIW, they didn't panic, though.
No, they had an answer. They brought in Ismail.
They're pace ace.
That's right. And she just kept her cool. She mixed up her deliveries, And what happened? She got Manhana caught out, broke that opening partnership.
I feel like MIW was expecting that aggressive start from Manhana.
The-
Like they had it all planned out. Almost like a chess game, isn't it?
Yeah, like a chess game. And they weren't thrown off by it. They just stuck to the plan, used Ismail's pace and accuracy to throw RCBW off, put the pressure on their middle order,
Yeah.
And then RCBW started getting a little shaky.
This is where Perry stepped up.
Oh, yeah, Perry.
RCBW's captain
Right.
showed everyone why she's one of the best. All
Yeah.
the sources were describing her as anchoring the innings, absorbing the pressure,
Yeah.
rebuilding after they lost those early wickets.
It was a true captain's knock.
Yeah.
Experience and smart play, all of that. She was careful at first, clearly respecting how MIW was bowling, but she never let the run rate die down. It was just textbook cricket.
Yeah, adjusting to what was happening and building up to something big.
Yeah.
And she had Ghosh with her.
Oh, yeah, Richard Ghosh.
Together, they got a 50-run partnership.
Oh, that was so important. Ghosh was just what Perry needed to get back in the game.
Right.
They were smart about rotating the strike, hitting well when they had the chance, and slowly bringing the momentum back to RCBW.
That must have been a lot of pressure.
It was. They handled it well, though.
And then, then Perry just let loose.
Yeah.
81 runs, 43 balls in those last few overs.
Wow, 81 runs. That's incredible.
Yeah. It was unbelievable. How was she able to do that against MIW's bowling? It was like she was unstoppable, especially towards the end.
I think she really understood MIW's bowlers, their weaknesses. She knew exactly who to target. Like that one left-arm spinner, she kept hitting over the leg side.
Yeah, I remember that.
And those short boundaries, Chinnaswamy really helped her out, let her use that power of hers.
And like she could see the future or something.
It really was. And she wasn't just hitting powerfully, it was smart. She was finding those gaps, and MIW just couldn't do anything about it. I'm not surprised the crowd was giving her a standing ovation.
Yeah, what a player. That last push got RCBW to 167.
Yeah, their highest score against MIW ever in the WPL. Shows you how well Perry's plan worked out.
All right, so at the halfway point, RCBW has got a big score up. But remember, MIW chose to field first. Did they underestimate RCBW, or do they have something else planned?
That's what makes this match so exciting. It's only halftime, and the tension is already so thick you could cut it with a knife. MIW, they're known for chasing down big scores.
Yeah.
But this is different, RCBW, they've got some pretty good bowlers, too.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be a tough one.
It is.
I can't wait to see what happens.
Me neither. This is going to be good. And now we're on to the second half. The chase, looking at the sources, the two teams were feeling totally different.
In what way?
Like RCBW, they were all pumped up from that batting performance.
Right.
They wanted to defend that score.
Yeah.
And MIW, well, they had a mountain to climb. But they didn't seem too worried. Like they had a trick up their sleeve or something.
It didn't look good for them at first, though. They lost 2 wickets right away. Put a lot of pressure on the middle order.
Oh, for sure.
That was RCBW's chance to take control, right?
Yeah, you'd think so. Shouldn't sing, RCBW's bowlers, they were taking advantage of the pitch. It was moving around a lot early on. They kept it tight, didn't give the MIW batters any space.
Oh.
I bet the tension in the stadium was unbelievable.
It must have been. But wait, what happened next?
Well, just when it looked like RCBW was winning, the Kaur duo came in.
Harmanpreet and Amanjot.
Yep. The sources say they totally revived the chase, like they flipped a switch.
62 runs, that's a huge partnership.
Huge. How do they do it? Well, Harmanpreet, like always, she was a leader, kept her cool, rotated the strike, waited for the perfect moment. Classic Harmanpreet, right?
Absolutely. But Amanjot, now that's interesting. She's pretty young.
She is.
But she played with such maturity, like a veteran. The sources say she even used her experience playing with Ahuja, RCBW's leg spinner,
Right.
in domestic cricket. Amanjot used that to figure out how to play against her.
Talk about knowing your opponent. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's what makes a good player great.
Exactly. She wasn't just reacting. She was planning, thinking ahead.
Oh, and you remember those reports on Amanjot you gave us from her domestic matches? Looks like Harmanpreet's putting that info to good use.
Yeah.
Building her team.
Yeah.
It's not just about having star players anymore.
MIW has a lot more depth than people think.
Yeah, they really do. And look at this. The sources even mention how Harmanpreet was talking about Amanjot's bowling strategy.
When?
During the RCBW innings. Amanjot was contributing even when she wasn't batting.
A true all-rounder.
Yep. And you know what? That partnership, it really changed the whole game back to MIW.
Right.
But they still needed 17 runs in the last 2 overs. It was down to the wire.
So close. What did Amanjot do?
Stayed calm. That's what's amazing. She had a plan. She focused on the off-spinner.
To last over.
Exactly. She knew she could score against her. There's even a quote from her where she says she knew she could get the winning runs.
And she did.
Well, Kamalini actually got the boundary.
Oh, right. Kamalini came in after Harmanpreet.
Yep. But Amanjot set it all up. It was all thanks to her.
It sounds like it was so intense.
It was. The sources describe everyone going wild when MIW won.
Of course, they were all celebrating. Must have been pretty disappointing for RCBW, though.
Oh, for sure. But you could see the respect between them. They all knew it was a great game.
It sounds like it. I wish we could have been there.
Yeah.
Classic MIW, you know?
Never give up.
Yeah, they didn't panic at all, even with those early wickets. Stuck to their game plan, trusted their players.
MIW is tough to beat when they're like that.
You're telling me. It's what makes them such a force in the league.
And even though they lost, Manhana was positive. I saw in the sources she was talking about learning from this match
Oh, yeah.
and using it to get better next time. What a leader, huh?
That's what you want in a captain.
Exactly.
Focus on the future, not on what went
Yeah.
wrong. Got to keep improving, you know? I think that's a big reason why RCBW's had so much success.
Makes sense.
So you've got MIW. They just keep winning chases. 7 in a row now. League record.
No one else is doing that.
Nope. And RCBW, they showed us how good their batting can be, even though they lost. 167, that's the most runs anyone's ever scored against MIW.
Plus Perry's 81, another record.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
MIW, their winning streak, it's not all just individual skill, though.
They have a whole system, you know, a strategy, a deep understanding of how to work as a team. That's how they beat everyone, no matter the score.
It's more than just chasing scores.
It's like they're taking apart their opponent's whole plan.
You got it. In RCBW, their batting, it's so good.
Yeah.
Manhana and Perry, they're amazing.
They can get big scores even under pressure. They'll be back.
Oh, for sure. They've got the experience.
They know how to adapt and change the game.
They do.
It's crazy how different these two teams are.
I know, right?
It's like, is one way better than the other? MIW, they just keep winning by chasing?
Yeah.
Is that going to keep working? It seems almost too good to be true.
That's the big question, isn't it? To really figure it out, we need to look at the whole WPL.
The bigger picture.
Exactly.
This isn't just one random match. MIW has won 7 times in a row chasing. That's unheard of.
You're right. No other team is even close.
Yeah.
Is this like a whole new era of T20 cricket?
Like, is chasing going to be the main strategy now? What are other teams going to do?
It's a good question. What if teams start building their bowling around stopping chases?
Even if it means their batting isn't as strong.
Yeah, maybe. We could see a comeback for bowlers who are good at taking wickets in the middle of the game. Slow down the chase, put the pressure back on.
Or maybe we'll see more all-rounders.
Oh, that's a good point.
Players who can do both, bat and bowl.
Right, so you're good either way, setting or chasing a target.
But don't forget about the mental side of things.
Yeah.
Chasing can be really tough, especially in big games. Can MIW keep making good decisions when things get stressful?
That's what I'm wondering. Even in this match, when they lost those wickets early on,
Right.
they were under a lot of pressure, but they pulled through.
Can they keep doing that, though? Against different teams and different situations.
We'll have to wait and see.
That's what's so cool about sports, right? You never really know what's going to happen. Always new strategies, new stars.
Exactly. It keeps you guessing.
So our deep dive into RCBW versus MIW,
Yeah.
what a game.
Seriously, I can't get over it.
The WPL is getting so exciting. Every match is intense.
And now we're all left wondering,
Yeah.
can MIW keep winning like this? Will RCBW bounce back and fight for the title?
And the other teams, can anyone shake things up?
We'll have to see how the rest of the tournament plays out.
That's the fun part, right? Figuring it all out.
It is. Keep watching, everyone. Pay attention to how the teams are playing, the choices they make.
And the amazing individual performances.
The answers are all right there in the matches. Just got to look for them.
Thanks for joining us for another deep dive, folks. Until next time.